the interim leadership acted outside the powers granted by the party's constitution by setting up a committee to oversee congresses at the state level. In her ruling, Justice Abdulmalik held that the issue raised by the plaintiffs had merit, stressing that only properly elected state structures have the constitutional authority to organize congresses. In the news tonight, the Mandate Secretary for Health Services and Environment Secretariat, Federal Capital Territory Administration, Dr. Adedolapo Fashawe, has confirmed receiving over 4,000 vials of a long-acting HIV prevention injection, with authorities confirming that the medication will be provided free of charge to eligible residents. Fashawe said this during the official launch of LEMPrep, a long-acting injectable HIV prevention option at the Asokoro District Hospital in Abuja. The Federal Capital Territory Authority described the initiative as a major step in the fight against HIV. According to Fashawe, the introduction of LEMPrep marked a shift in the prevention strategies, particularly for individuals who struggle with daily medication adherence. She, however, noted that the new injection does not replace existing prevention methods. Available record indicates that the FCT currently has an HIV prevalence rate of about 1.4%, with more than 60,000 people on treatment, with prevention still remaining critical to sustaining progress. In a bold push to scale up food production and strengthen agricultural investments, Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule has inspected the ongoing expansion of the state government-owned rice farm at Jangwa and Gwatashi in Awe local government area. The inspection comes ahead of an expected visit by a delegation from the World Bank in the coming weeks, who are set to evaluate the state's commitment to large-scale staple crop production. The visit by the Nasarawa State Governor focused on an additional 100 hectares added to the existing 3,300 hectares, bringing the total cultivated land to about 3,400 hectares. Preparatory work is set to commence immediately, with plowing and harrowing to be followed by planting, while land clearing, including the removal of tree trunks and logs, continues across the newly expanded area. Governor Sule engaged project officials, stressing the need for efficiency and prudent management of resources. All right, before the news break tonight, Kano State is stepping up its efforts to protect the next generation. As Africa marks Vaccination Week, the state government has reaffirmed its partnership with global health providers to close the immunization gap. Health Commissioner Abubakar Labaran announced a new push during a press briefing for the 2026 commemoration, emphasizing a data-driven approach to reaching every child.
Every year, the final week of April marks African Vaccination Week, a period dedicated to strengthening life-saving immunization programs across the continent. In Kano, the initiative, supported by the World Health Organization, is more than just a ceremony. It is a call to action. To ensure that no child is left behind, Health Commissioner Abubakar Labran has authorized the immediate rollout of a dedicated digital reporting tool across all local government areas.
The long-term protection of things of all ages, promoting routine immunization and strengthening community awareness. We are focusing on reaching zero dose children through accelerated catch-up initiatives, strengthening routine immunization to build resilient health system, highlighting the life course approach to immunization and protecting individuals from childhood through adulthood. Therefore, we are deploying integrated health services package across our health facilities, such as deworming, planning, antenatal care, nutrition screening, weight and height, diarrhea treatment, HIV counseling, malaria treatment, and crucial breastfeeding support sessions. We are breaking down the silos of care to serve the whole person. Our target is clear, using children aged 0 to 23 months who have not been appropriately immunized.
Throughout the week, health teams will focus on zero-dose children, those aged 0 to 23 months who have missed out on vital vaccines. The state's mission is to ensure every infant in Kano receives the protection they need to thrive.
You are listening to Metro News on Raypower 100.5 FM. More stories after the break. Stay with us.
As the news drops, it breaks with us. Join us for news on the hour every hour. News desk at 12 noon, Metro News at 4 p.m. Enjoy infotainment, breaking and sports news at their best 24/7.
This is Raypower FM News.
Sincere thanks for staying with us. I'll bring you the rest of the news. The younger son of Zimbabwe's late former leader Robert Mugabe is to be deported from South Africa immediately, a court in Johannesburg has ordered. Bellarmine Mugabe pleaded guilty to pointing a firearm and illegally being in the country earlier this month after he was arrested following the shooting of a 23-year-old man at his home. The 28-year-old has been ordered to pay a fine of $36,000. His co-accused Tobias Matonhodze, who pleaded guilty to attempted murder, illegal immigration, possession of ammunition, and defeating the ends of justice, was sentenced to 3 years in prison. And Russia's Victory Day parade in Moscow on 9th May will be scaled back this year because of a terrorist threat from Ukraine, the Kremlin has said. All measures have been taken to minimize the danger, said President Vladimir Putin's spokesman Dmitry Peskov. Russia's military explained that the annual commemorations of Soviet victory over Nazi Germany in World War II would not feature military vehicles or cadets due to the current operational situations. Ukraine has recently intensified its strikes deep into Russia, more than 4 years into Russia's full-scale invasion. Kyiv says it is hitting legitimate military targets and in turn accuses Moscow of attacking civilians in Ukraine.
And now a business update from Raypower 100 FM.
The World Bank Group has committed $8.2 billion to expand electricity access across sub-Saharan Africa as part of a broader push to tackle one of the region's most persistent development challenges, with nearly 600 million people still living without power. The funding forms the backbone of Mission 300, a joint initiative with the African Development Bank Group aimed at connecting 300 million people to electricity by 2030. Under the plan, the World Bank targets 250 million connections, while the African Development Bank is expected to deliver the remaining 50 million. And oil prices have hit a one-month high following reports that the U.S. is preparing for an extended blockade of Iran. Brent crude rose to around $115 a barrel today, having closed at just over $110 on Tuesday evening. It follows reports from the Wall Street Journal that U.S. President Donald Trump has instructed aides to prepare to extend the ongoing blockade of Iran's ports in an effort to squeeze the country's economy.
This is Entertainment News on Raypower 100.5 FM.
The family of the late rapper Tupac Shakur has filed a wrongful death lawsuit in Los Angeles seeking unspecified damages tied to the artist's murder in 1996. The suit names former gang leader Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, who is currently awaiting trial for his alleged role in the shooting, as the main defendant, alongside additional unnamed co-conspirators. Davis is the only person ever charged in connection with Tupac's death after years of investigation. He has pleaded not guilty. And Akon, popular Senegalese-American rapper, has claimed his life was easier when he was in relationships with multiple women. The 53-year-old made a disclosure during an interview in the Shade Room. Reflecting on his past relationships, Akan, who is known for his belief in polygamy, revealed that his life is a lot harder with one woman.
Raypower Sport.
Abdullahi Before will be named one of the assistant coaches to Flying Eagles helmsman Abdul Maikaba. Maikaba is expected to take charge of the Flying Eagles from erstwhile handler of the team, Aliyu Zubeiru. The Nigeria Football Federation, NFF, is expected to announce these coaching appointments soon. Meanwhile, the Spanish Football Federation banned Real Zaragoza goalkeeper Esteban Andrade for 13 matches today after he punched a Huesca player in the face. The Federation's disciplinary committee said in a statement that both the Argentina international and his club would also be fined after he was first sent off and then attacked Huesca's Jorge Polido in the second-tier derby clash last Sunday. Andrade was issued a 12-match ban for the punch itself, while his initial red card carries an automatic one-match ban, ruling him out of the rest of the season and dealing a blow to Zaragoza's hopes of avoiding relegation.
Raypower weather.
Isolated thunderstorms with moderate rains are expected over Niger, Nasarawa, Kogi, Kwara Plateau, and the Federal Capital Territory. Now to end the news, we'll bring you the last line. According to an African proverb, the past is your head, but the future is in your hands. And that's it for the Metro News as produced by Kedo Nojo Okuliko. I am Ehi Ankili Ocheme. You can listen to us online on Radio Garden, online radio box, and tunein.com at Raypower 100.5 FM Abuja. You can also watch us live on YouTube at Raypower 100.5 FM. Join us at 6 p.m. for our next bulletin, Nigeria Today, for news across the nation. Good evening.
Providing 360 degrees of